How you doing? What's up with you? Just moved here from New York. I'm trying to blend. How am I fucking doing? I'm glad to be here. I'm kind of glad to be anywhere. I was actually diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I was given 2 months to live. That was 30 years ago. I survived. Thank you. I survived something even harder than that. 4 wives. My first wife, Rosalie Pipitone, when I married her, she weighed 98 pounds. Her parents, Mama and Papa Pipitone, Mama Pipitone was 4'6", Papa Pipitone was 4'9". Together they weighed 800 pounds. They thought if you had pasta, then antipasta, they would cancel each other out. When Papa Pipitone would go to a restaurant, instead of giving them a menu, they gave him an estimate. You know how on like Thanksgiving, you buckle your belt buckle to make a little room? Papa Pipitone would sit there with his pants around his ankles. I had to work 3 jobs just to feed them. We got divorced. So my mother was an Orthodox Jew. She said, marry a Jewish girl. I was conceived through a hole in the sheet. Orthodox Jew. That same sheet doubles a tablecloth for a picnic table. The umbrella pole fit perfectly. She looked at me and said, I'm going to change him. I'm going to make him better. I lost the 50 pounds I gained from the Pipitones. I got new clothes. I started exercising. She made me too good for her. I divorced her. My 3rd wife, Carla Schrader, suffered from multiple personality disorder. I thought she was having multiple orgasms. During sex, she would go from Carla to Rocco. It sounded like this. Oh, Harry, that feels great. Turn me over. After sex, me and Rocco would slam down a couple of beers, eat some chips, watch the game. And then all of a sudden, Rocco would change back into Carla and yell for leaving shit on the table. I was kind of sad. Carla divorced me. I really miss Rocco. My 4th and present wife, Karen Frankie Barbero, a retired New York City cop. I'm really trying to make things work now. She's got 3 handguns, 2 shotguns, and a hand grenade. She's like Joe Pesci with a vagina. The other day, my wife comes in the room, and she goes, she has the police handcuffs. She says, you want to use them? I said, sure. She handcuffed me to the bed, took my wallet, and went shopping. You know that saying, happy wife, happy never. But marriage is tough. Nelson Mandela, everybody knows who he is. He was jailed for 27 years. He was beaten, tortured, whipped, chained. He got out of jail, 2 years, got divorced. True story. Remember the show called Mayberry? Andy Griffith show? Everybody in there was single except for Otis. Otis, every night he'd get drunk. Instead of going home, he'd lock himself up in jail. You ever see that guy? Well, I feel like I work in a complaint department for a really shitty product. And I'm just constantly trying to make excuses for I'm the shitty product. So my friend said, Harry, do you really want to get married? You're going to marry you're going to be with the same woman every day for the rest of your life. My wife is the same woman for the next 10 minutes. But looking back, like the Mayberry, times have changed. I remember going to the playground when I was a kid, and we had the 300-degree metal slide. It was 300 degrees sliding down it, and the end of the slide was concrete. I remember going to school Monday morning as a child, and I go to school, and who had a cast on, who had an eye patch on, who had the lumps with the Mercure comb, the orange Mercure comb, and who smelled like Vapor Rub and Bactine. It looked like the troops were coming home from Vietnam Monday morning. And now the kids have gyms. We didn't have a gym when I was a kid. The only exercise I had was with my mother. She would chase me with a stick. So growing up in Long Island, I had a lot of Italian friends. My mother was Jewish, and I figured out the difference between an Italian mother and a Jewish mother. The Italian mother would say, if you don't eat your dinner, I'll kill you. The Jewish mother would say, if you don't eat your dinner, I'll kill myself. That's it. Thank you.
Harry Hoppe, everybody.